गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं कपितजम्बोफलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। ओम शलकुरुजी महादेव की जय। देवादिदेव देवेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्रीदीप नारायण भगवान की जय। हिंदू धर्म सम्राट परमहंस स्वामी श्री माधवानंद जी सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। विश्व गुरु महामंडलेश्वर परमहंस स्वामी श्री महेश्वरानंद जी योगराज की जय। Salutations to the cosmic self. Salutations to Sri Alakurji Siddhapeeth Parampara. My Dandvat Pranam to my beloved Gurudev, His Holiness Vishwaguru Mahamandaleshwar Paramhansa Swami Maheshwaranand Guruji. Let's talk a little bit about Maya. In this Kali Yuga, Maya is it's on a very high level, isn't it? Let me start with one short and beautiful story about Maya. Once it rained very heavily, and after that rain there was kind of a flood, and it was a very high current of the flood. And that water current, that river, in that river there was flowing chairs, tables, furnitures, all sorts of things, because unfortunately when the flood came, many houses were broken, so many things from the houses started flowing in the river. And just outside the village, there were two men, and those two were collecting whatever they could, either maybe for their own use, or maybe they wanted to sell it, God knows, whatever it was. They were standing there and they were collecting whatever they thought was good. So they took one chair, then they took a bed, whatever was flowing, they started collecting. And then one of the men saw a black shaped bundle. It looked like a blanket or something. So he said, he was a bit strong, strong, tall guy. So he told his friend, I know how to swim, so I will go inside and take this blanket. Maybe it's useful for us, who knows? It looks nice, it's black, it's heavy, it looks like a woolen, thick blanket. The friend said, don't go, it's very strong current, you will flow away. He said, don't worry, I'm strong, I know how to swim. This is the problem of ego. When ego comes in, you think you can achieve anything, you can do anything. You don't listen to anyone. Chalo, let's go. So then what he did was, he jumped inside the river, and he went and he holded the black object. But he didn't know that, he obviously realized when he reached there, that was a bear. A bear which got stuck in the current somewhere, and he came with the flow till there, and he didn't manage to go out. And it had been raining for a few days, so God knows when that bear got caught in that current. So he was starving. So the bear was somehow happy. He said, finally I get some fresh meat to eat. The other man, he saw his friend suffering, but till now he still didn't realize what that was. So he shouted, if you can't catch it, never mind, let that blanket go, you come back, you're flowing away, let that blanket go. Don't worry about it, we'll find something else. Then the friend said, before he unfortunately died, he only managed to say a few things, and he said, friend, I want to let it go, but it is not letting me go. I am letting it go. I want to let it go, but that is not letting me go. So Maya is something like that. Once you catch the Maya, no matter how much you want to let it go, you can't, because the Maya has caught you in its web. In our youth now, many of us are youngsters, including myself. So many of us, we feel in our youth that our youth is somewhat like the current of river. And the emotional attachments towards things is the Maya. We think that it's going to be fun, it's going to be interesting. We feel enthusiastic to go and jump into this roller coaster of emotions, thinking that we will get happiness out of it, that we are going to get something joyful out of it. But most of the time, it's totally opposite of what we think. We get into we experiment things, we think that it's going to be fun. Sometimes it can be fun, or sometimes it's the totally opposite. In our spiritual path, there are many, we should be careful of these temptations which can divert us from our path. If you find a partner, it is very good. I'm not saying it's bad. But when you go into a relationship, or when you want to get married to someone, we should take few things under consideration. We should see if that person, he or she are they also on the same track like us? Are they also spiritually evolving like us? Are they following the path of spirituality? If we are also a spiritual person, we would like that our partners are also. Everything should be equal in life. It should be balanced. There should be balance, there should be boundaries in a relationship, in your partner. Unfortunately, sometimes what happens is, if you're not on the same pace, you get married, the husband is spiritual or the wife is spiritual, and then after you get married, you have children. And then when you have children, the non-spiritual person will tell the other person that, what are you doing? All day you are practicing yoga, all day you are in your own meditation. You don't even love or take care of the children, you don't take care of me. And that's how the sparks of fire start. You should know that once you are married to someone, once you are in a relationship with someone, obviously both of you, it's very good that both of you are in the spiritual line, but you should also realize that once you go into that path, you have some responsibilities to take care of. You have a wife, or you have your partner, you have then children, you have a family to take care of, you have to earn for them. So Maya, you can't really run away from Maya. Maya is everywhere. Maya, wherever you look, there is Maya. For pilgrims, Maya comes in the form of holy water. We go to have a darshan of some pilgrimage, and in between there is a beautiful river, and we think, okay, let's go and have a dip in this holy river. Or let's say in the church, it's the altar. In a temple, it's altar. Or let's say for a king, the queen. For a guru, it's his disciples. For gods, it's goddesses. Everywhere there is Maya. There is nowhere to run away from it. Don't run away from Maya. Maya is a part of this universe. Without Maya, there is no life. With Maya, this is which helps us develop in our life. There is no reason to run away from it, because Maya helps us to develop spiritually. It is a training for us. It helps us set boundaries. It helps us to see clearly our path. You should be just careful of the temptations which Maya brings, and see what is good and what is not good for you. There are two paths, Grastashram and Sannyasashram. Either you can get married, or you have the strength to cross that tide, that very strong current river. Obviously it's going to be a lot of struggles in that, but then you come to this life. Or you think, okay, I don't want this all struggles, you get married. People think, oh, it's very hard to become a monk. I'm not telling you to become a monk. At least become a little bit spiritual. Don't think there is no problems in the married life. Before, it was different. In India, especially in India, we have this culture that once you are married, it is like you're married for 7 lives. But unfortunately now in Kali Yuga, things break. You get children, then you get fights, then you can't give time for your partner, or you're too busy in your work, something. It's like a partner's relationship is like a bird. A bird has 2 wings. We have to balance those 2 wings. If there's fights, if there's something, one wing collapses, then it goes like this and the bird crashes. There's only one life. So try to balance both wings in the same equal way that you can focus on your path. Try to keep your emotions stable. In the beginning of the relationship, in the beginning of a marriage, everything is beautiful, lovely, flowers blossoming everywhere. After some time, it is very hard to keep that pace for a longer period of time. But this is what you should try to do. We should try to focus on our path and build our relationship in that way that it is stable. Every relationship has obviously ups and downs, misunderstandings, but we should try to clarify everything and keep it as stable and as balanced as possible. Life is obviously full of problems. It's not that you don't work and you just sit at home and everything will come to you. No. This is how do you call it? It's a karma bhumi. It's a world of karmas. When we are here, we have to work. God has sent us here to work in some way or in another way. You can't just sit and do nothing. Life will always bring you problems. There will always be ups and downs. But just know one thing. If sadness comes, it comes and it goes. If happiness comes, it also comes and it will also pass. What comes shall pass. Even us as human beings. If we are born, we will die. So just don't focus on that negativity. Don't focus all the time on the bad things. When the happiness comes, try to enjoy that to the fullest. Try to be happy and satisfied with whatever we have. Don't think my life is miserable, I have nothing in my life, everything is bad, everything is going on bad, my work is bad, I have fights with my partners, I don't like this, I don't like my parents, I don't like my children, they are fighting with me. There's always negative and positivity in everything. Try to see the positive side in everything. I know it is hard. I know for some of you, when you are in that low state, it will not make sense. What I'm saying, you would say, what is he saying? He doesn't know. He's a monk, how would he know anything about relationships? I'm just saying there is positivity and negativity in everything. And try to see the positive side in everything. Try to be happy and content with whatever you have. Appreciate your life. Appreciate that you still have another day to see. Appreciate that you have a roof on your head and you have a bed or a seat under yourself. Be appreciative about even the minor things. Some may say, this person has much more than me. We always see our neighbor's garden is more greener than us. But you don't see that we ourselves, at least we have some grass. Doesn't matter how much you have. Be appreciative that you have something in your life. A relationship between a guru and a disciple is somewhat similar as a relationship of a husband and wife. Now you may ask how. When a guru says something, Guru Agya Avicharaniya, as I have mentioned earlier, when a guru gives you instructions, do not doubt his instructions. Do not doubt his Guru Vakya. If a guru gives you something, if he says something, just do it. If you doubt, that is your ego speaking. A relationship between a guru and a disciple is also similar as a relationship of a husband and a wife. They doubt each other. In the same way, the disciple will always, or many at times, doubt his guru. Why is he saying so? Why does he want us to do something like this? I don't believe it. I don't believe that whatever he says is right. Don't doubt him. A guru gives us powers, or a guru gives us some responsibility or something, or whatever agya he gives us. Sometimes it's his divine leela. He wants to test our ego. He wants to test us in some way. If he gives us some responsibility, our ego rises. And we think, okay, now I am the greatest. Unfortunately, ego is within all of us. But the guru is there to remove that. The guru is there to show us the boundaries and to help us not that our ego comes up. When he gives us some agyas, then we think, okay, our ego blows up, we will do this, we will do that. Who is guru? I am guru. Unfortunately, nowadays there are so many fake gurus who say you don't need a guru, this is my path, follow my path. No. Everyone in our lives, we need a true Sadgurudev. We need someone who has a lineage, like Sri Alakpurji Siddhapeeth Parampara, from Sri Alakpurji to Dev Puriji to Mahaprabhuji to Holy Guruji to Vishwa Guruji. The knowledge, the divinity, the divine light which is coming through them is the greatest divine light. No one can say I am greatest, I am Guru, I am this. No. A true self-enlightened Guru, you can see the glow within coming from him, the divine knowledge which is flowing through him. This we can never get. Our ultimate goal is to come in his lotus feet and attain self-realization, attain liberation, that we can be free from this old Moha Maya. And only person, Moha and Maya, this Maya which we are talking about, is like a quicksand. Once, if you might have seen in some films, or you know what is quicksand. Once you walk on that quicksand, it holds you and it pulls you down and down. It will pull you, it will suck you inside. And then what do? It's a human instinct. Obviously, we are going to ask for help. And it is good to ask for help. You will shout. At that time, you don't think about your mother, you don't think about your father, you don't think about your wife, you don't think about your parents, you don't think about your children, you don't think about your partner, you don't think about your friend. At that time, when you shout for help, whoever it may be, it can be your enemy. It doesn't matter who it is, but that person who will throw the rope to pull you out and to save you. Whoever it may be, you will be grateful to that person. And the only person who can pull us out of this moha, of this Maya, is a Sri Gurudev. When you ask for help, don't think that there is no one who can rescue us. Yes, there is always someone who can help you, who can bring you out, is a Sri Gurudev. When you are stuck in that quicksand of Maya, then you ask for help. And then a Gurudev, a Sri Sadgurudev, a self-enlightened person, the great personality, your Sri Gurudev will come there to rescue you and to throw the rope and to pull you out of this quicksand. A Sri Gurudev is the person who is the ultimate savior who can pull you out from everything. You don't run away from this Maya. It will come, let it come. Just set your boundaries and know your divine true path. And why did I say, also Gurudev always says that, why? We should be always careful and see who our partners are. Some people may think, okay, our parents are not supportive about our yoga path, that we are following a guru or yoga path. Then what do we do? We find some other disciple who is also in the same path, and we both marry and come together and buy our own flats and everything. Fine, that will work for some time, and then you will have a child, and then again you have distractions. So when you go into this married life, it is very good, it is a good path, but always remember your spiritual path, and then also shape your next generation, your children, into this spiritual path. Don't let them go here and there. As I was saying yesterday, don't forget your roots, don't forget the spiritual path. Doesn't matter which religion you follow, doesn't matter which guru you follow, but if you have a true Gurudev, he is the only person who can rescue you and who can pull you out of this Maya, and who can guide you and enlighten you and help you achieve the ultimate goal of self-realization and moksha and liberation. Moksha moolam Guru Kripa. Moksha is only possible, liberation is only possible by the Kripa of Sri Gurudev. As beloved Gurudev Vishwa Guruji always says, Guru Kripa hi kevalam shishya ke ananda mangalam. If a Gurudev's ashirvad, if Gurudev's blessings is there on you, then there is no one in this world who can stop you. He will be the person who will help you, who will guide you, who will help you cross the current of this river current of Maya, and help you go ahead in your life. With this, I would like to conclude today's speech. I'll see you again tomorrow. Wishing you a wonderful day, evening, night. Much love. Hari Om. Swasti prajabhyam paripalayantam nyayena margena mahin mahisha go brahmanebhyo shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shantir Bhavatu. Om Shalapurji Mahadeva Ki Jai. Devadev Deveshwar Mahadeva Ki Jai. Shadip Narayan Bhagavan Ki Jai. Hindu Dharam Samrat Paramahansa Swami Sri Madhavanand Puriji Sadgurudev Bhagavan Ki Jai. Vishwa Guru Mahamandaleshwar Paramahansa Swami Sri Maheshwaranand Puriji Yogiraj Ki Jai. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva Shambhav.